This is Play North, the Manitoba Games Show. The Manitoba Games powered by Manitoba Hydro are into day 7. I can't believe it took us this long to get here. This is a polyclinic. This was on our list of things that we wanted to show people, to show off, quite honestly. And the game's been a bit of a blur. It's been day 7. I'm joined by...
I'm Val Pellick. I'm the head therapist for the games.
Perfect. And you've been up for the whole games? You've been here since what, Saturday, Sunday, something like that?
Since Saturday, yeah.
And you didn't come alone, you brought a few friends?
I did. So we also have another athletic therapist from Winnipeg, Carlo, and then 10 athletic therapy students from the University of Winnipeg that I teach.
And so throughout the games, people can come up here if they, what qualifies you to get a little bit of service at the Polyclinic?
Well, if you're injured during competition and you can walk and we can get you up here, then we can definitely take a bit more time rather than on the sidelines to do an assessment, see what's happening, see what we need to do next. If athletes have pre-existing injuries and they need treatment, they can come up here and we can see if we can help them. If anyone's sick, we've got some really great nurses who are also part of the Polyclinic, and they can definitely, check you out, see if your sore throat's more than just a sore throat, and, refer you wherever you need to go. And then some athletes require some pre-game taping, so the athletic therapy students are great at providing that service.
Kind of think I see where this is going, but I got to step back one. When I heard Polyclinic, that made no sense to me. Sorry, maybe it is in the biz, but so why is it called a Polyclinic?
It's a clinic that's kind of multidisciplinary, so it encompasses all different types of practitioners. So at our Polyclinic here, we've got, we do have doctors that are on call, and we did have one on site for the first part of the games. We've got our nurses, and then we've got our athletic therapists and athletic therapy students. Other polyclinics for Manitoba Games have had physiotherapists as well. When you go to bigger multi-sport games like Canada Games or even the Olympics, then the Polyclinic would have other healthcare providers like chiropractors, massage therapists, things like that.
A little bit of everything. And so I'm hoping that you guys were bored sick in here and you've been surfing your phones for days. Has it been busy up here? How's it been?
It hasn't been too busy. It seems to come in waves. So one person comes and then all of a sudden there's 5 and then we'll be sitting doing nothing for an hour. But I don't know, you're always just kind of on edge with your radio nearby because you never know what's going to happen out at the venues and who's going to show up here.
And this facility to me seems unbelievable. I mean, have you been to some other multi-sport events? Have you done a Polyclinic in places before? And how does this compare to those?
Yeah, it's actually a great facility. This is the nursing simulation lab at UCN. So they've got the beds all set up. We've got kind of all the equipment we need. It was just a matter of bringing in the supplies. So it's great that we didn't have to start from scratch. At the Canada Games last summer in Winnipeg, it was a similar setup, just a little bit bigger at U of M. So yeah, it's an amazing facility and we're really lucky that we've been able to use it.
And you brought 10 people up, 12 of you all together. How's the experience been outside of just sort of doing your work here and helping out with the games? How's your trip to Thompson been?
Yeah, it's been great so far. The weather's great. I missed all the shoveling back in Winnipeg earlier in the week. I think the nurses that are part of our volunteer squad, they're having a really good time just covering events in the field, which is something they don't usually get to do. The students get to use their skills both in the clinic and in the field where they're really comfortable doing both, but it helps that they can show the nurses what they're doing, the nurses can show them some of the things they're doing, and they get to see some different sports, so they don't typically get to cover things like speed skating, for example. So there's some sports have their own kind of unique things that need to happen with regards to medical coverage, so they're getting to experience that, which is great.
Perfect. We're so glad we could have you. I hope, like I said, that you're bored for the rest of the games. We don't have too much more time to go, but it's just so great that we could offer this service and know that we're keeping people safe and healthy and helping them out. So Val and the rest of your crew, thanks for coming to Thompson and thanks for joining us on the show.
Great. Thanks for coming by.
It's Play North, the Manitoba Games Show. I'm going to fake an injury so I can get a little attention. Polly, I'm going down. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. #.